Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations. Let's begin today's challenge now. In today's video, I would like to discuss a few aspects of maintaining and having healthy relationships. When I do training programs for students, I talk about some of the habits which I think when they follow on a daily basis is going to help them succeed in their life. After listening to all the discussions that we would have, between me and the students would say, Madam, actually, we are staying in hostel. I said, okay. The hostel system doesn't work like the system at home. And I was like, I know, so what? No, madam, you are asking us to follow all these habits. No, I would really love to follow, madam, but at home you may have some privacy. Privacy in the sense when you really want to do something productive, people will allow you to do it or support you to do it. But in hostel and all, at least 3 to 4 people will stay in one room. So it doesn't work like home, madam. I said, what exactly you mean by hostel doesn't work like home? Please explain. And they said, no, madam, I really want to study, madam, but people in my room, no, they don't allow me to study at all. Very toxic people, madam. I asked them, what do you mean by toxic people? And then the person who complains to me says, no, madam, we would want to study. I will open my study material, sit for studying. One of my friend will come with his phone, her phone, whomever it is. They'll show some joke as a text or as a message. Sometimes it would be an Instagram reel. They don't allow us to study at all, madam. That is why I said, all are toxic people, madam. I said, okay. And I asked them, the person who is complaining, okay. And I asked those people, have you ever told them that you are with focus or concentration studying and don't want to be disturbed? Have you ever conveyed it to them? And when I ask this question, there would be a silence for a few seconds. They think a lot and then they say, no, ma'am, we have not. Then, how in this world do you expect them to understand that you are not supposed to be disturbed? You should tell them, no? They ask, how can I say no like that, madam? My friend will be heartbroken. So if you don't say no, then your goals will be broken. No, who's going to take care of that? Is there anybody else who's going to come into your life and work for your goals? No, you have to do it yourself. And then someone else asked, so what are we supposed to do in this kind of a situation, ma'am? I said, you definitely have to say no. No, in the sense, let's say you are sitting and studying or doing something related to your academics, and one of your friend comes and disturbs your work. You don't have to blindly say, no, I'm not going to look at your mobile, you can go. You need not say like that. Instead, you can explain that you have set aside this particular time for your academics and you don't want to be disturbed. And once this academic work is over, you will definitely join them and have fun. Why can't you politely convey this? And then some of my students would now tell me, Ma'am, if I say no, no, just once, and after that, even if I say politely also, they'll stop talking to me, ma'am. I said, let them stop talking. How does it matter? And then the students would be like, Ma'am, if you keep on saying no to people and throw these toxic people out of your life, at one point of time you have to be alone, madam. Then no problem, be alone. It's better to be alone than to have toxic people around. I'm not saying out of some theory in some book. I'm telling you out of my own personal experience. Yes, when you avoid people, when you say no to people, initially it may feel like, oh my god, am I doing something right? What will others think of me? Am I going to hurt the feelings of the others? Yes, you may be hurting the feelings of the others, but who is going to take care of you? Once, twice, thrice, you can be polite and humbly convey it to your friends that it is your do not disturb kind of a time, and you want to invest that time into something productive for your own life. So, in spite of your friends disturbing you, you can be calm and polite and explain them maximum 3 times, not more than that. If over and above your humble and polite explanations, if people are continuously disturbing you, you definitely have to block them out of your life. Now, this is not only for the students, it's for every one of us in our life. We all have to learn to say no when it comes to toxic people. You definitely have to say no. Draw the boundary. Your own health, I mean mental health, and your own goals is more important than entertaining those toxic people. It is not your job to entertain those toxic people. Your job is to take care of your physical, mental, emotional well being. Your job is to take care of your own goals. And your job is definitely making sure that you are surrounded only by healthy relationships and not toxic. Now, if you have a doubt, how do I categorize people into healthy and toxic relationships? I don't know what is the original definition for it. I am telling you my own definition. Any relationship that encourages you, supports you, and gives you positive feedback and never criticizes you for no fault of yours will come under healthy relationships. So, people under healthy relationships will always like to see you succeed. They don't feel jealous when you succeed. They want you to succeed more and more. These people who fall under healthy relationships will push you to succeed even if you are not taking action yourself. So, if you have those kind of people around you, you succeeding in life is very easier, very, very easier. However, anything else other than what I just discussed will come under toxic relationships, and you really have to become more emotionally stronger to cut these toxic people out of your life and be mentally more healthier. And there is also a saying, you attract what you are, you don't attract what you want. Now, there are a lot of people who come to me and ask, Ma'am, looks like the relationships in my life, none of them are good enough. So, what can I do? Everybody who is coming into my life are not so good. So, what can I do? See, there are a lot of practices, gratitude practices, specifically for having meaningful, healthy relationships that you definitely have to practice on a daily basis so that you will start attracting right people into your life. Now, few people do ask me, what should I do to attract right people or healthy relationships people into my life? What exactly should I do? My only answer is practice gratitude towards the relationships even when it is not good. So, when you practice gratitude for the relationships that you have had and the relationships that you have at the moment, trust me, God understands and He will place right people into your life to help you, to support you, to push you to achieve your goals. And you succeeding in life in that case is going to become very easier, very, very easier. All you need is some right people into your life. And out of my personal experience, I'm saying life doesn't always introduce you to people you want to meet. Sometimes life will introduce you to people you need to meet. What is that want to meet and what is this need to meet? Want to meet? Obviously, every single person in this world would want to meet someone who is falling into the category of healthy relationships. Sometimes life will introduce some wrong people into your life only to teach you how to understand or how to categorize between healthy and toxic relationships. Now, in that case, if I had been an earlier person, I would have started scolding or, God, why did you give me such wrong people in my life? Now, if at all I encounter some toxic people in my life, I would say, God, thank you that you introduced this person in my life. I am able to categorize or, segregate between who is right and who is wrong. So, thank you for introducing this wrong person into my life. I have become more mentally stronger, more emotionally stronger. I have changed a lot with who I was and who I am. So, thank you for introducing some wrong people into my life. So, I told you that sometimes life will introduce people to you who you need to meet. These are the people who come into your life to help you, to hurt you, to use you, to teach you, to love you, and to leave you too. So, if you have a question, now I am by nature very good only, no? Why should God introduce some toxic or negative or wrong people into my life? God knows you're too good. God doesn't want you to be emotionally weaker because God knows what is your potential. He wants you to be mentally strong. So he will make you mentally stronger by introducing some wrong people in your life. So what God does is actually right. According to me, the most important critical factor to your life success is having some right, healthy relationships around you. Mandala for this challenge is done. Now go ahead, recreate it, share it with me.